a white couple, rich. Well, they stole enough to be rich. Blonde people, pardoned. Why? Because they were persecuted. They were persecuted by another administration. They were, for all intents and purposes, political prisoners. Sure, they stole $36 million in loans and they defrauded the IRS. All that goes away because they were targeted. White privilege. Donald Trump has pardoned reality TV stars Julie and Todd Chrisley. And how much you want to bet they're going to be back on TV? I watched the show. I thought it's just harmless, dumb fun. They all acted so dippy, and Todd was just exasperated with his family. They had no real goals, but they wanted to live the good life. And didn't he provide it? On the public's dime and several banks. Let's get into the details. President Donald Trump has done his presidential duty, apparently. He has pardoned reality TV stars Julie and Todd Chrisley. The couple found guilty in 2022 of conspiring to defraud community banks out of more than $30 million. Oh yeah, and then there was also tax evasion too. Don't forget that. You know, I was always told that if you do that, you're done. Tax evasion, you are done. You're not going to escape that. Give you more on the Chrisleys because, you know, you have a smiling picture of their famous reality TV daughter. What is her profession exactly? I don't know. But I guess, yeah, that's your profession. That's your profession. All right, back to Julie and Todd. They were stars of the USA Network show Chrisley Knows Best and Growing Up Chrisley that showed the family's lavish lifestyle. They were convicted in 2022 of taking out more than $30 million in fraudulent loans from community banks. After their conviction, a judge sentenced Todd Chrisley to 12 years in prison. Do you know what you have to do to get that? His wife received 7 years behind bars. The Guardian helping us out with some of the details here. On the family's TV show, the Chrisleys were featured as a wealthy family living in a mansion in the Atlanta suburbs. Todd Chrisley was shown as a successful real estate developer, entrepreneur, and the show glamorized, if you will, his family's life of luxury. Enter the president giving their daughter Savannah incredible news. Your parents are leaving prison.
Your parents are going to be free and clean, and I hope we can do it by tomorrow. Is that okay? We'll try getting it done tomorrow. So
wonderful.
Give them, I don't know them, but give them my regards and wish them a good life.
Mr. President.
Yes. How are you?
I just want to say thank you for bringing my parents back.
Yeah, well, they were given a pretty harsh treatment based on what I'm hearing. Pretty harsh treatment.
Yes, sir.
They were given harsh treatment because they defrauded community banks out of more than $30 million. What kind of treatment should they get? Oh, I forgot. They are reality TV stars with white privilege. Savannah was on the phone. Savannah Chrisley, vocal advocate for Trump during his campaign last year. Oh, see this picture? It's all coming together, isn't it? All coming together. Thank you, Mr. President, making America great again. Thank you. At the Republican National Convention last summer, Chrisley said her parents' conviction was politically motivated, claiming that the judge referred to her family as the Trumps of the South. Oh, maybe the judge shouldn't have said it. Now, I don't know if it's true or not because there's a lot of lies coming out of this family, but can you really argue with that comparison to Trumps of the South? Meanwhile, Joe Exotic, AKA the Tiger King, unhappy, not pleased at all with President Donald Trump's pardon of Todd Chrisley and Julie Chrisley. This officially shows the justice system is still two-sided. You're either rich and connected or you're poor and being trafficked by the system. Well, I'm not going to quibble too much with Joe Exotic's statement there, but you left out, or you're black. I think there's a third choice. You're black and you're poor, maybe fourth, or you're just black, okay? This is bonkers, but this is the new normal. You can remember, I'm sure, yes, despite your youth, you have experience. When Bill Clinton pardoned those people on his way out the door, that was a shameful thing. And the media ate it up and kept talking about it. One was his brother, I thought. But it's just not what we do. And that was at the end. I'm out of here, packed my bags, moved out of the Lincoln bedroom. So let me pardon some people who I probably shouldn't, but oh well. Who gonna check me, boo? Trump's been pardoning people since the minute he walked back in, okay? Before he even redecorated the Oval Office with all that tacky gold. What do you say about this one and what it tells the rest of us? To me, this is a culture war one. I don't think the Chrisleys had money to give, despite stealing all that money.
Right, right. Yeah, this isn't like he's getting anything out of this personally. Like, I think we were talking about a similar story yesterday on the damage report, but like, wouldn't it be easier for Trump to just not do these things? So I never watched this show because it seemed silly, which is saying something because I used to watch Flavor of Love, where I learned how to cook raw chicken in a microwave.
Oh,
but
my
Trump
goodness, not you.
pardoning these people, he knows he's going to get bad press for it. But what we have in Trump right now is a man who does not care, which is very dangerous. He doesn't care about his critics because he doesn't care about them as people. And like, yes, I know he'll rage tweet or rage truth, whatever, at people like Bruce Springsteen, but I'm talking about the average Trump hater. Trump doesn't care about any of us because we're not real people to him. He doesn't hear the criticism that comes from the average Americans. He's not trying to get reelected. He doesn't care about whether or not Republicans in Congress will be able to win their reelection campaigns. He does not care. Also, side note, it is funny to me that Joe Exotic is now like a political commentator that we have to acknowledge in some respect. But Trump has to pardon people like the Chrisleys because Trump is people like the Chrisleys, right? He has to pretend, or he has to perpetuate this idea that these rich white people who have committed fraud, it's on paper that they have done bad things. He has to maintain the idea that these people are the real victims. They're the ones who are victims of cancel culture. Going to jail for a crime is not cancel culture. That's you committing a crime, and that's the justice system doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's two different things, but Trump is exactly one of those people. So he has to pretend like, oh, you know what? All I'm doing is trying to run a business. I'm just trying to do capitalism. I'm just creating all these jobs for all these people. And now the people want to turn on me. So he has to align himself with the Chrisleys because he has to maintain that, and his people have to believe that.
It happened to them too. It happened to them too. So he's keeping this propaganda going. It's very important to him. It's like under the old Soviet Union when they would parade out gymnasts or, track stars, full of dope, okay? And they'd make it like, this is just what we do in this country. We're all about excellence.
The facade,
right. And this is what he's doing. Let me rewrite history. Let me confuse the past. Historians, I don't know if they'll even be able to keep up. You're rewriting everything. You're deleting things off of, our archives and things. And now the Chrisleys, they don't have to pay any fine. It's wiped out as if it never happened. They will get another show. You heard it here first. Maybe somebody else said it. And they will keep repeating the lie. And people like you, Yas, who said, I didn't really watch that show. Give it a couple years. It'll be so confused. They won't really know what happened. Oh, what happened with them? They were politically charged, moving on. And the lie will become a truth. They're going to make a fortune out of it. And they will become the darlings. They'll be at, CPAC and all these other things. And
Netflix probably already has a documentary on the Chrisleys ready to go.
Right. They were attacked by the Biden crime family. And now they're free. These political prisoners are free.
Everyone's a victim. Yeah.
Yeah. Todd, very, very strange man. But hey, that's not what the story's about. He's very strange. The whole family, it's, we'll see. I like Nana though, right? Nanny is what they called her. Todd's the matriarch. Did her own thing. Clocked his tea a lot. Told him to shut up and stay out of her business. Other than that, this thing is fraudulent. And was that the brother I heard crying on the end of the line too? Was that Chase Chrisley on the line? I don't know. Wow, shameful.